Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Almi Samsul Badlanan. I am from Portugal District, which my member is Nur Azmi binti Abashi and Ummi Fatiha. Okay, now I will start. We start with our project is statistics project from Group 16. Okay, first and foremost, I will like to intro our what we use in our project. Okay, first and foremost, we use those to observe the behavior of these students at different locations. We to study the effect of different amount of sugar add to the dog at the height on the height of the single. And we want to observe the effect of water temperature on the height of resin dough. And other than that, we want to apply the knowledge or skill that we learned in the class to collect and analyze all the data, all the experiment data. Variable that we say in the experiment are the amount of sugar added to the dough, which one 3 and 6 tablespoons of sugar. Second variable that we say is the temperature of water, which we is at the room temperature and the lukewarm. In the experiment, amount of yeast that we keep constant throughout the experiment is 1 tablespoon. The data observation that we collect are based on the different height of dough at different view of container. Okay, now the material that we use in our statistics project is yeast, flour, sugar, warm water, spoon, and container. Okay, now method. First most, we measure 50 meter at room temperature and mix with 1 tablespoon of sugar into a beaker. Second, we stir the mixture. Third, we add 1 tablespoon of yeast into the mixture and let it rest for 4 minutes. Then, we add 1 cup of flour into the mixture and clean it until all the ingredients mix well. Then, we let it rest for 30 minutes. We observe and measure the height of the dough. We repeat again step 1 to 6 by changing the amount of sugar added with each 3 and 6 tablespoons. Repeat step 1 and 7 by changing the room temperature water with lukewarm water. Okay, this is for our observation. For table A, observation height of dough at room temperature. We get the mean for first and the average for observation is 2.5, and then we added 3 amount of tablespoon is 3.3. Then the mean of group of fourth observation of average A is 3.6. For part 2, we observe that the height of dough at the water temperature, lukewarm water temperature is for the 1 tablespoon is 2.1. For 3 tablespoons is 2.6 and 6 tablespoons is 2.5. Okay. Now I will this is table of mean. We calculate this is the average value of mean that we get from each data. For this one is for 1 tablespoon, but 2 is for this data is 3 tablespoons. For 3 is 6 tablespoons. So we get the total is 6.4, 8.2. Then this is we divide by 3, so we get the average mean for each. For 3 of them is 3.123. But for lukewarm water we get 2.723. This average of total is 2.923. Okay, that's all for my part. Thank you.
Okay, for the interaction plots here, to plot graph for part A, which is the temperature of water at room temperature. Okay, so here figure 1 shows the plot height of dough versus amount of sugar at room temperature. Okay, so here are the 4 trials. It shows all shows increasing trend, but we can see here at the third trial, it had the maximum height of dough, which is at 3.6 pm, where the amount of sugar is at 3 moving to the next figure, mean height of dough versus amount of sugar. Okay, we can see the trend here. When approaching to 2 teaspoons of sugar, it is increasing rapidly, but when approaching to 3 teaspoons of sugar, the increasing trend starts to decrease a little bit. Okay, so for this, figure 3 and figure 4 are for the part B, where the temperature of water is at lukewarm temperature. So we can see here the plot data of height of dough versus amount of sugar for lukewarm temperature. Here, all 4 trials shows increasing trend, but the third trial shows have the height of dough, the maximum height of dough, which is at 3.9 cm. Okay, so moving to the next figure, mean height of dough versus amount of sugar. This trend shows this trend is a little bit different from before, where at first it is slowly increasing, and here it is rapidly increasing. Okay, so we can summarize here for both lukewarm and room temperature. Okay, so we can see here that the room temperature has the maximum mean height of dough, which is at 3.6 cm.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Mazmin bint Abdul Aziz. So I will continue with ANOVA table. So ANOVA table is a variance of the data, which is we study about the variation of data within and between the groups, which in ANOVA case, we are focusing on the mean between or within the group. So here, for our experiment, our first part is the water at room temperature, which is the water we added into the dough to mix the dough. So here, based on this, the first table at my left side, which is the treatment, which is the first one, number 1 is the 1 teaspoon of sugar, 2 is the 3 teaspoon of sugar, and the third group is the 6 teaspoon of sugar. So N is the number of observation. For each one of the group, we have 4 observations or 4 trials. So this is the total of the data. And as you can see, this is the mean and the data squared total and standard deviation. So all the values here will be used for the ANOVA table, which is at my right hand side. So here we have the DF, which is degree of freedom, the SS, sum of square, the mean square, and F test. So as you can see here is a treatment, or in other words, it called as between the group, and the error is within the group. So DF is based on the formula, we get 2 and 9. So here also we get this value based on the formula, and the significant thing that we want to look at here is the F test, which is the ratio of the mean square treatment over mean square error. So here we get 58.2. So here is an analysis, which is our first null hypothesis is the mean for each group is the same for other group, which is the mean for first group, second group, and third group is the same. And as I said earlier, which is we get F ratio 58.2. And as we look into the calculator or the DOF table, we get the p-value very small. And based on the theory, is that when we get the p-value very small and it less than 0.05, the null hypothesis here is rejected. So we introduce the alternative hypothesis, which is the mean 1 and mean group 2 and mean group 3 is not the same. So as we can see here, the data that we have is significantly different between one another. The mean for each group is not the same. So for the part B, which is at lukewarm water, the same thing happened here, and we get the F value 35.0727, which is based on the calculator. We get the p-value, sorry here, there's some typo, is 0.0056, which we will get the null hypothesis rejected because as I said earlier, it is less than 0.05. So here, the null hypothesis is rejected and we will use the alternative hypothesis for this one. So the data that we have is significant and we don't need any other way to compare like pairwise or something. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, for the conclusion, from this experiment we can see that the height of dough is affected by the different amount of sugar and the temperature of water, where we use water at room temperature and lukewarm temperature. And from the data, from the result, we can conclude that the room temperature gives the maximum size of dough after the dough is allowed for 1 day at high amount of sugar. And based on the data obtained, there is strong evidence against the null hypothesis, so the null hypothesis is rejected. This explains that the data obtained can be accepted as it shows significant difference between treatment. Okay, that's all from our group. Thank you.